What is up, YouTube? Program Flopper. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. So here today, currently streaming. We just watched the Black Ops 7 Black Ops 7 reveal at Gamescom. You probably saw that reaction before this video just came out. Of react to it was like mainly campaign stuff, and there was some short zombie stuff in there. I'm actually going to. I didn't do that part just yet, but I think I'm going to break that down a little bit. To show some stuff in there, because I think it did show part of campaign HUD, and then there's some zombie stuff that I want to go over. So make sure you guys check out that video when it does get uploaded. Like I said, it's probably uploaded by the time this video does come out. But at the time of recording this, I haven't done any of that yet. But today, in this video, we're going to be just reacting to Noah's video here where he played Black Ops 7 Zombies early at Trek when they went to the event. So since we didn't get a lot of zombies today, he probably got a lot of info, so I'm going to watch and just like see basically what's going on with Black Ops 7, see what kind of stuff here we got going with mechanics and stuff like that. So if you guys do enjoy this video, appreciate you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new and do enjoy, hit that bell, get notified every time we upload a video. Show got a subscription to a link to Discord if you guys do want part of the community, and a link to socials. Say update when we go live upload video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right to this video.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I was invited out last week to go to Treyarch to see the new Zombies game early and get about 20 minutes of hands-on play time.
20 minutes gameplay on hands.
You can see on screen there. And in addition to the 20 minutes we played the game, we got a presentation from Kevin Drew and the rest of the developers basically talking about multiplayer, campaign, and most importantly to us, the Zombies mode in Call of Duty Black Ops 7. First, I'm going to go through the presentation and literally just tell you guys word for word what they told us in the presentation about what we can expect in the game, the information on the story, the new crew, everything like that. And then we're going to get more into my own opinion because I know a lot of people want to know my thoughts about what I thought about the presentation and everything like that. So we'll get into that afterwards. But first of all, let's just get through all of the information.
All right, here we go.
So the first thing we learned about Black Ops 7 Zombies is that there's going to be 8 available crew members to play as.
8 crew members, okay,
for
the original.
These characters are going to be
in the first map.
Weaver, Gray,
in the
Carver.
first map.
Obviously, the crew from Black Ops 6 is actually coming over into Black Ops 7. But just like we saw in the in-cut scene of the Reckoning, all 4 of this new crew, which is kind of the old crew, it's a third iteration of them. I'll talk about that in a second. But all 4 of these members are going to be playable as well upon launch. Now, specifically with this crew, Treyarch is calling them a third iteration of the original crew. It means that every single story that happened before with the crew is still canon. They specifically said nothing is being erased, nothing is being retconned. Everything that happened in all of the zombie stories still happened. However, that these characters are back in a different form in the Dark Ether timeline. He didn't elaborate any more on what these characters are, how they exist, if they're
so
good
not really
or
on
evil
like
or anything like that. They basically say the Black Ops 6 crew is going to serve as kind of your bridge into learning who these characters are and learning what's different about them from the previous versions. From there, Kevin Drew basically started talking about the launch map. They are calling it the biggest round-based map ever created, and he made a point to say that's just not like we're making it big to make it big. We are chalking this thing full of things to do and Easter eggs. Even said they took inspiration from Transit and all of the needing to stick together a bit more, bringing back the idea and expanding upon the idea of kind of playing together as a team and checking out all of the unique locations all around the map, each one with its own time periods, its own unique story, really making it sound like each space was crafted like very, very specially. Kevin then said all of these areas are going to be connected by these kind of like dark and shadowy and even fog infested roads that basically you're going to be able to use a wonder vehicle, which kind of looks like what I have on screen here.
Wonder
except a little
vehicle.
bit more like dark ethery with like zombie colors and, you know, ether crystals and stuff like that hanging out the car.
Bus,
and he said basically in these in-between areas, even if you're on like round 1, these can be extremely deadly areas and are not going to abide by the same like what round am I on type rules. They're going to be kind of like wild.
So their own specific areas are going to be hard.
And other modes of transportation to move quickly. However, that there are going to be many things and secrets to discover in these darker and much more difficult areas. And after that, they basically, in a very like joking and like a we know what the community said about this tone, basically said, what else can we confirm, Kevin? And then Kevin said that every single map this year, every single like main Zombies map is going to feature a cinematic CG intro. I think they saw all of the hate.
Yo, guys, finally in Black Ops 7 Zombies, intro cutscenes are back, baby. CG intro cutscenes are back. Been missing them since, you know, what? Started Black Ops 6, we got like 1, 2, whatever, and then we stopped. Even some, it's finally good. He actually gets some good fucking intro cutscenes. Yeah, let's fucking go.
Intro cutscene at all, and sure enough, he confirmed in this that every single map this year is going to have that cinematic intro, not just the starting map.
Outro? Yeah, I didn't say outro cutscene. They didn't say, you know, they said intro cutscene. They didn't say outro cutscene. They better have some outro stuff too. You know,
7 is basically going to feature 2 maps at launch. One of them is obviously going to be this big map that they've been talking about. But they
thought it was rumored. There was a rumor of only 1. We got 2 confirmed. All right, 2 maps confirmed.
Featuring a survival map on launch, which essentially the way they were describing this is going to be a smaller, more concise version of zombies, which is basically like they saw how much everybody liked Liberty Falls and used it for
so like a small map and a big map.
They wanted to do really, really simple maps with no Easter eggs, no difficulty in setting anything up, no waypoint markers or anything. You literally just spawn in and you have pack a bunch nearby. You have your armor upgrade system nearby.
So armor? Oh, don't tell me he's fucking armor back. Oh, fuck me. Oh, God. Armor?
You have everything you need to just...
I mean, that's cool. A side map where it's just you have everything right there. You don't have to go find everything and all that, but fucking armor.
Hop in and play zombies with no difficulty right on launch. And the
I'm in a dark ether, not fucking Warzone.
Which is a location, obviously, that is similar to the one we had in Transit. However, that this one is going to be the launch survival map. A lot of what they said in the presentation...
Okay, so farm, launch, survival map.
Of basically how this game is going to feel, where they're taking their inspirations from. Sounds very, very Black Ops 2 in a lot of ways. So if that's a game you like, you will at least like the inspirations that they had for this game. During the presentation, they showed us like an overhead kind of mini-map style view of the new map, which basically looks like a giant figure 8 on its side that has like, I think like 5 or 6 or 7 different locations all kind of marked around the map.
Crazy.
But everything was redacted. We
can't think that's all road too.
We just got like the overall layout, and the only one that they showed us anything about was farm. The next thing they emphasized was that we are going some crazy places with this year's zombie story. I think one of my biggest complaints about BO6, I really like the gameplay of BO6. I enjoy running around and shooting zombies in the game,
crazy
but
maps.
my god, the maps were just like so uninspired. Just facility map A, facility map B. I think they really, really know that that was a big complaint about BO6, and they made a point to just kind of emphasize in this year's story, we are going to some crazy locations within the dark ether. Everything is going to be absolutely wild. They're leveling up. These are all the words that they were saying. So we'll see if that ends up being true, but they did kind of like have that emphasis that, you know, things are not just going to be facility A and facility B anymore, which is hopefully going to be true and hopefully going to be really nice for the community. The next thing is that Dead Ops Arcade is coming back, and quote, you could think of it as its own game because there's so much content in Dead Ops Arcade. I've never been the big one, and Dead Ops Arcade is actually included in that.
Skip that. Gobblegums next.
Another thing they said is all of your XP tokens and your Gobblegums are going to carry over from Black Ops 6, so we'll have
I don't got any, so...
And then they went into like basically a little recap mode, which is they're getting the 3rd iteration of the original crew in the Dark Ether timeline, the biggest round-based map ever, inspired by Transit with a wonder vehicle, multiple time period locations. Survival maps are returning, starting with Farm, and more are going to be added throughout the seasons. A new version of Richtofen.
I guess maybe think about it. We'll get a main map, and then say we'll get a version of that map as a survival map. So like maybe we'll get 2 maps per season or whatever. It'll be the main map, and then this maybe a smaller section of that, which is a survival map.
KO, Dempsey, and Nikolai. The Black Ops 6 Zombies characters returning, all of them fully voiced. They're going to interact with each other, old crew with new crew, everything like that. And at that point, we wrapped up the presentation. We played some multiplayer, and then we played about 20 minutes of the survival map. Now, just full transparency, I signed a legal NDA, as did everyone there, that we are not allowed to talk about our actual gameplay section. We can only talk about what was discussed in the actual meeting. However,
you're not going to talk about mechanics, maybe like that.
Opinions about the presentation and kind of talk about the general vibe of all of the images and everything like that. They didn't show us anything too crazy in terms of the map, but they did show a lot of like kind of mood pictures where it was like a screenshot of, you know, something on the map or anything like that. I can talk about all of that even though I obviously don't have that PowerPoint slide to share with you. I think my biggest takeaway from all of this and in the presentation is that they didn't really focus on many gameplay changes in the presentation. They didn't focus on too much that was like, you know, here's a new perk, here's a new gun, or anything like that. They did that a little bit in the multiplayer section, but a lot of it was kind of focused around the story, the characters, and the maps. It was a lot of talk about the map, how much care that they put into it, the crazy places we're going throughout the game. And kind of the vibe that I got in the meeting is that in the same way that there wasn't like a huge game-shattering change from Cold War to Black Ops 6, it doesn't seem like Black Ops 7 is going to be this absolutely meta-shifting. Like, we're not getting a change that was like Black Ops 3 to Black Ops 4 levels of just like, this is an entirely different game now that plays way differently. I think where people land on their hype levels or immediately hating this game are going to be solely based on two different things. Number one, how much does the story, getting an intro cinematic for every map, going to crazy locations, doing a lot more like quote unquote zombie feeling things rather than just going to another facility, how much does that matter to your gameplay experience, and you know, what games really resonated with you if you like that kind of thing? And the second side of it is going to be how much did you like Black Ops 6's zombie gameplay? Like, maps aside, one of my biggest complaints about
I still would have fucking up, bro.
I feel like the gameplay for me,
give me classic
perfect,
shit, bro. No armor fucking plays, I'm not in that shit. And I'm sold.
I know
like, if they come out,
like that,
here's classic mode, bro. Like, it's exactly like Black Ops 3. Okay, well, obviously it wouldn't be exactly, but like, there's no armor plates. You get armor, a shield. Like, bro, just give me that. We're not in a fucking Real War no more. We're in a Dark Ether, bro. We should be fucking having no damn armor plates, salvage, and all that shit.
That's totally fine. But I enjoy the actual gameplay systems, and I always just wanted better maps.
Fucking imagine Richtofen as a quote. Oh, fucking, like, imagine, like, the quote of him, you know, picking up salvage. Give me more salvage.
And more zombie feeling things, and for the story to not just be as bad as it was, especially.
You know, like, how they used to have the way he, like, interacts with, like, stuff. If he would interact with something, like, in the game, he would have a quote that kind of like talks about it. It's kind of like meta, or you know, meta worlding it.
And we are going off of a very, very small subset of a short presentation about the game. So again, a lot can change. They said they're going to be revealing a lot more during the zombies specific reveal that is going to happen a bit later on in the year, closer to the game's launch. But for once again, my optimism coming across as just, you know, paid off Call of Duty shill, the classic, everything like that. I genuinely do feel optimistic about this game. While I don't feel like overwhelming excitement that I feel like I even kind of got inklings of for Black Ops 6, I am genuinely excited to play and excited by what they showed us. But as always, we'll keep a very, very healthy amount of just like realism here, not, you know, take things just for their word until, you know, we actually see them with our own two eyes. Try to be very, very smart in that way and not just like ruining an experience for ourselves because it's just like we're expecting things that just aren't going to happen. Anyway, that's enough news video, Noah. Hopefully I covered everything okay for you.
All right, so we didn't really get, you know, too much. Obviously, it's just about the main story stuff. So we got intro cinematics are back. That's good. We got basically, where is it at? We get 2 maps on launch, transit styled and a survival. So like I said, it'd be cool if we get, that's how it is. We get 2 maps every season or whatever. We get the main map and then a survival map. Even if it's like that section of that map that's cut down into a survival map, or if it's maybe a different little map. Like maybe what they could do is, since this big transit-esque map has a bunch of these different locations, they're going to drop transit, or whatever the new big map's called, and then the farm as a second map, as a survival map, and then next season they'll drop the next zombies map, but then say, okay, whatever another location is for that transit map, say, okay, the town from transit, they're then going to make that section a survival map, so then you got that survival map. You see what I'm saying? So like each section, they're going to make a different survival map, bring as a different survival map to that season. Maybe. 2 maps on launch. Here's like the type map of what it looks like. They said it's 100% accurate, so this is what the map's going to look like. It's going to be like a big figure 8 with a spawn in the middle, and then just, you know, it's a big woo, go up and run around. So, you know, basically like transit. Story maps should be crazy this year since we're back in the Dark Ether. Like I said, hopefully, just give me classic mode. I just want some classic zombies. No fucking armor plates and all that shit. Like, if they're gonna have that in the main, I guess, but give me fucking classic where they don't gotta have any of that. So, you know, obviously we're gonna have to wait for the full zombies reveal. As he says, later this year. We'll be live when that does happen as well. If you guys did enjoy this video, appreciate you guys mash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and do enjoy, and hit that bell. And be notified every time I upload a video to the channel. Check out the description with a link to Discord. If you guys are a part of the community, and link to socials if you guys do want to stay up to date time we go live upload a video. And until next time, I will see you all later. Peace out.
All these pussies fuck with me when I used to trap. Now I'm chillin', bustin' every fucking rap. I don't give a fuck what you gotta say. Pussy boy, man, I'm chillin' on the fucking game. If I hear you dissing on my name, I'ma blow your brain. I'ma go super sane. I don't give a fuck what you gotta say. Back the fuck up, you a dumb bitch.